discuss about combination of capacitor. Now, we already discussed about combination of resistors in chapter number 3, series and parallel. So, in combination of capacitors, there are also mainly two types of combination, series combination and parallel combination. So first of all we will discuss about series combination of capacitor. Now in last lecture we already derived the formula of capacitance, right? We know the formula Q is equals to CV. So here there are three quantities are there: Q, that means charge; C, capacitance; and V, potential, right? So in series combination the capacitor are connected like this, right? This is capacitor C1 and this is capacitor C2, right? So as shown in figure, the two capacitors C1 and C2 are connected in series, and this capacitor are connected to the battery like this, right? So this C1 positive, this plate of C2 second plate is negative, right? So here this first plate of capacitor C1 is positive, so second plate of C1 negative, first plate of C2 positive, like this, right? So as shown in figure, two capacitors C1 and C2 are connected in series, right? And this capacitor are connected to the battery, or we can say the first plate of capacitor C1 is connected to the positive terminal of battery, and the second plate of C2 is connected to the negative terminal of battery, right? Now we already know that the battery having potential V. So here there are three quantities are there: Q, C and V, right? And we know the equation, right? Q is equals to CV, right? So we already know that in series connection the potential is distributed, right? So suppose potential of capacitor C1 is V1 and potential of capacitor C2 is V1. So we can write here V is equals to V1 plus V2, right? So for series combination potential will be changed, right? So we can write here V is equals to V1 plus V2. But we know that Q is equals to CV. So V is equals to Q upon C. So instead of V, we can write Q upon C. V1 Q upon C1, because here in series combination V change but Qn is constant for series combination. So plus V2, that means Q by C2. So here we take Q common, so 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. So here Q cancel, so 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. So for series combination equivalent capacitance C, so 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. If there are n capacitors, then the equation will be like this: 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 up to 1 upon C by Cn, right? So this is about the series combination of capacitor. Once again friends, for series combination Q constant, V change. So as shown in figure, two capacitors C1 and C2 are connected in series. So this combination is connected to the battery. So the first plate of C2 is positive, first plate of C1 is positive, second plate of C2 negative, right? So suppose the potential on C1 is V1 and potential on C2 is V2. So here in series combination Q will remain same but V change, right? So V is equals to V1 plus V2, but from this equation Q is equals to CV, V is equals to Q by C. So Q by C is equals to V1 Q by C1 plus V2 Q by C2. Here we take Q common, so 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. So equation will be like this: 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. If there are n number of capacitors, then 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 up to so on 1 by Cn. Right? So this is the equation of equivalent capacitance of series combination. Now parallel combination. So here the capacitor C1 and C2 are connected in parallel like this, and this combination is connected to the battery having potential V. So here the first plate of C1 and C2 is become positive, right, and second plate of C1 and C2 negative, right. Now we already know that for parallel combination potential will remain same. So here in parallel potential will remain same, so Q change, right. So here for capacitor C1 charge Q1 and for C2 charge is Q2. So for parallel combination we can write here Q is equals to Q1 plus Q2, but we know that Q is equals to CV. So Q1, that is C1V plus Q2 C2V. So CV is equals to, here we take V common, so C1 plus C2. So here V cancel, so C is equals to C1 plus C2. So for parallel combination equivalent capacitance C is equals to C1 plus C2. If there are n capacitors, then C is equals to C1 plus C2 up to so on Cn, right. So friends, this is about series and parallel combination of capacitors. Once again friends, for series combination Q will remain same, potential will be changed. So for series combination V is equals to V1 plus V2. But we know that V is equals to Q by C. So Q by C is equals to V1 Q by C1 plus V2 Q by C2. We take Q common, so Q cancel. So for series combination 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. If there are n number of capacitors, then 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 up to so on 1 by Cn. For parallel combination, we know that for parallel V will always remain same, so Q change. So for capacitor C1 charge Q1, for C2 charge Q2. So Q is equals to Q1 plus Q2. But we already know that Q is equals to CV, right? So Q CV is equals to Q1 C1V plus Q2 C2. So here we take V common, so we cancel. So for parallel combination C is equals to C1 plus C2. If there are n number of capacitor, then C is equals to C1 plus C2 up to so on Cn, right. So if I say three capacitors are connected in series, then equivalent capacitance 1 by C is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. If I say three capacitors are connected in parallel, then equivalent capacitance C is equals to C1 plus C2 plus C3, right. So friends, you have to remember the concept of series and parallel combination of capacitor, right. In series combination V will remain, will change and Q will remain same. And for parallel combination, V will remain same and Q change, right? So here in series combination, as I said, Q will remain same and V change. And for parallel, we already discussed, V potential will remain same but charge will be changed, right? So you have to simply remember the formula of equivalent capacitance for series combination and parallel combination of capacitors, right? Okay. Now we will discuss about energy stored in capacitor. Energy stored in capacitor and energy density. Now, as the question will be like this, derive the equation of energy stored in capacitor and energy density, or you can say energy per unit volume, because we already know that energy density is the energy per unit volume. Right? Now, to derive the equation of energy stored in capacitor, we consider the two conductors like this. Right? This is the conductor 1 and this is conductor 2. Here the conductor 1 have a higher potential as compared to conductor 2. So here conductor 1 is at higher potential. Now here suppose we want to move a charge, or we can say positive charge, from conductor 2 to conductor 1. So we already know that if we want to move the charge from one conductor to another conductor, work will be applied externally, right? So this work is stored as a potential energy, right? So once again, as shown in figure, this is conductor 1 and this is conductor 2. This conductor 1 have a higher potential as compared to conductor 2. This conductor 1 having a charge Q dash and this conductor 2 having a charge minus Q dash, right? So we can also draw like this. This is conductor 1, this is conductor 2. This conductor 1 having a charge plus Q and this conductor 2 having a charge minus Q. So we already know that there is a field from positive to negative, right? So if we want to move a positive charge from conductor 2 to conductor 1, then we know that we have to apply work externally, right? So here to find out the total work, we consider a charge, or we can say a small charge del Q dash, right? So to move a small charge del Q dash from conductor 2 to conductor 1, so to move a positive small charge del Q dash from conductor 2 to conductor 1, work done del W dash. How much? Because here we want to move a small charge del Q dash, so work done del W dash, and we know that work done W is equals to VQ. So here potential instead of V, V dash, and here charge del Q dash, right? But here we know that Q is equals to CV, right? So if Q is equals to CV, then V is equals to Q by C. So instead of V dash, we can write Q dash by C, del Q dash, because we know that Q is equals to C, right? So if we want to move a small positive charge from conductor 2 to conductor 1, then we have to do a work externally, right? Then how much work done? So del W dash is equals to V dash del Q dash. But we know that Q is equals to CV, then V Q by C. So instead of V dash, Q dash by C into del Q dash. Now this is the work done to move a small charge del Q dash. Now if we want to move a charge Q, then total work done. So if we want to find out total work done, then we have to integrate this equation. So to move the charge capital Q, then work done W is equals to integration 0 to Q. How much? So for small charge del Q dash, work done is del W dash, Q dash by C del Q dash. So Q dash by C dQ dash, right? So here we can take C common. So 1 by C integration 0 to Q dash del Q dash. So we already know the formula of integration x raised to n dx, that is equals to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So here W is equals to 1 by C into bracket lower limit 0 upper limit Q. So here Q dash, so Q dash x raised to n plus 1. So here the power is 1, so 1 plus 1 2 upon 2, right? So first of all we have to put the upper limit, then lower limit. So 1 by C as it is. First of all upper limit, so instead of Q dash upper limit is Q, so Q square by 2 minus lower limit is 0, so 0. So this work done W is equals to 1 by C into Q square by 2, that is equals to W is equals to Q square upon 2C, right? So this work done is stored as a potential energy. So this work is stored as a potential energy, right? So this is the formula of energy stored in capacitor, that is W is equals to Q square by 2C, or you can say U is equals to Q square by 2C. Right. So instead of W we can write U. So U is equals to Q square upon 2C. Right. So first formula of energy stored in capacitor, U is equals to Q square by 2C. Now we know that Q is equals to C. Right. So but we know that Q is equals to CV. So here Q square. So Q square is equals to C square V square, right? So U is equals to, instead of Q square, C square V square upon 2C. So here 1C cancel. So we get U is equals to 1 by 2 CV square. So another formula of energy stored in capacitor is 1 by 2 CV square. But here U is equals to 1 by 2 CV square, or we can also write like this 1 by 2C. Instead of V square, V into V, right? Why? Because we know that this CV is equals to Q, right? So another formula is like this, U is equals to 1 by 2 instead of CV Q, so Q into V. So there are total 3 formulas of energy stored in capacitor. First one Q square by 2C, second one 1 by 2 CV square, and third one 1 by 2 QV, right? So once again The question will be like this: derive the formula of energy stored in capacitor. Right. So to derive this formula, we will consider two conductors, conductor 1 and conductor 2. Conductor 1 having a charge q dash and conductor 2 having a charge minus q dash. Now if we want to move a charge from conductor 2 to conductor 1, then we have to apply work externally, and this work is stored as a potential energy. So here we have to find out work. So we consider a small charge del q dash. So we want to move a small charge del q dash from conductor 2 to conductor 1. So work done W is equals to VQ. So del W dash is equals to V dash into del Q dash. Right? But from the equation of capacitance, Q is equals to CV. So VQ by C. So instead of V dash, Q dash by C into del Q dash. But we want to move a charge Q. So to find out this work, we have to take integration of this equation. So W is equals to integration 0 to Q. Value of del W dash Q dash by C dQ dash. So here we take 1 by C common. So 0 to Q. Q dash del dQ dash. So we already know the equation of integration x raised to n dx. That is equals to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So here 1 by C, lower limit 0, upper limit Q. So Q dash n plus 1, that is 1 plus 1 2 divided by 2. First of all we have to put upper limit, then lower limit. So 1 by C, upper limit is Q. So instead of Q dash we have to write Q. So Q square by 2 minus lower limit 0. So W is equals to Q square by 2C. So this work is stored as a potential energy. So U is equals to Q square by 2C. But we know that Q is equals to CV, then Q square, C square, V square. So U is equals to C square, V square upon 2C. So U is equals to 1 by 2 CV square. Now instead of V square, we can write V into V. Right? So 1 by 2 CV into V. But CV is equals to Q. So 1 by 2 instead of CV, Q into V. So there are three formulas of energy stored in capacitor. First one Q square by 2C. Second one 1 by 2 CV square. And third one 1 by 2 QV. Right? So friends, you have to remember this formulas of energy stored in capacitor. Now we have to derive the equation of energy density. Now what is energy density? So energy per unit volume is known as energy density. So for this we use equation U is equals to Q square by 2C. So now for energy density. So what is energy density? So energy per unit volume is known as energy density. So energy density, that means rho E is equals to energy per unit volume. So volume, that is A into small d, we already know that volume is equals to A into small d. So energy density is energy per unit volume. So in numerator there is a energy U. So this is equation number 1. So what is energy density? So energy per unit volume is known as energy density. So from the definition we can write here rho E is equals to U by AD. Right? Because AD is equals to volume V and energy U. Right? So energy density rho is equals to U by AD. Now we have to derive the equation of energy density. So we use the equation U is equals to Q square by 2C. So U is equals to Q square by 2C. Now this conductor having area A, so there is a surface charge density rho, sorry, sigma, right? So here this conductor having a surface charge density sigma, then we already know that surface charge density sigma is equals to Q by A. So if sigma is equals to Q by A, then Q is equals to sigma into A. So instead of Q square, we can write sigma square A square, right? But here we can write, we know that sigma is equals to Q by A, and instead of C, we know the capacitance C is equals to epsilon 0 A by B. So U is equals to, instead of Q square, Q is equals to sigma A. So Q square sigma square A square upon 2 epsilon 0 A into by D. But this D goes to the numerator. So here this A cancel. So equation will be like this: sigma square AD upon 2 epsilon 0, right? So we have to write the equation of energy density, that is rho E, U by AD. So U is here. This AD from right hand side, right? We take this AD into left hand side. So U by AD. So U by, or we can say here, U by AD is equals to rho E is equals to sigma square upon 2 epsilon 0. Now, if we want to write this equation in terms of electric field, so we know that for capacitor, parallel plate capacitor, E is equals to sigma upon epsilon 0, right? So we know that E is equals to sigma upon epsilon 0. So here, sigma square. So we need epsilon 0 square in denominator. So for that, we multiply this equation by epsilon 0 and divide this equation by epsilon 0. So if we multiply this equation by epsilon 0, so sigma square into epsilon 0 divided by 2 divided by epsilon 0, so epsilon 0 square. But we know that sigma square upon epsilon 0 square, so E is equals to sigma upon epsilon 0. So E square is equals to sigma square upon epsilon 0 square. So instead of sigma square upon epsilon 0 square, we can write E square. So equation will be like this: 1 by 2 epsilon 0 E square, right? So this is the equation of the energy density, or we can say energy per unit volume, right? Once again friends, to derive the equation of energy density rho E is equals to 1 by 2 epsilon 0 E square, we use the formula of energy stored in capacitor, that is U is equals to Q square by 2C, right? So we know that here this conductor having an area A, so this conductor having surface charge density sigma, then sigma is equals to Q by A, and capacitance C epsilon 0 A by D. So instead of Q square, we can write from this equation Q is equals to sigma into A, so Q square sigma square A square upon 2, instead of C epsilon 0 A by D, right? So here A cancel, so U is equals to sigma square AD upon 2 epsilon 0. Now we have to derive, we want to derive the equation of energy density, that means energy per unit volume, U by AD. So here we take this AD left hand side, then U by AD is equals to rho E, energy density, is equals to sigma square upon 2 epsilon 0. Now if we want to write this equation in form of electric field, then we know that for parallel plate capacitor, electric field E is equals to sigma upon epsilon 0, right? But here sigma square, so we need epsilon 0 square in denominator. So for that we multiply and divide this equation by epsilon 0. So we get sigma square epsilon 0 upon 2 epsilon 0 square. but we know that sigma square upon epsilon 0 square is E square. So 1 by 2 epsilon 0 E square. So friends, this is very important question for your examination. Question will be like this: derive the formula of energy stored in capacitor and energy density. Right? So friends, you have to remember the formula also. Energy stored in capacitor, that is U is equals to Q square by 2C, or 1 by 2 CV square, or 1 by 2 Q into V. Right? Then what is energy density? So energy density is energy per unit volume. That means rho is equals to U by AD. And the formula of energy density rho is 1 by 2 epsilon 0 E square. Right? So this is about the series and parallel combination of capacitor and energy stored in capacitor, then energy density. Okay friends, thank you.